Every step, a giant leap. Every moment, an opportunity. Every challenge, a chance. The important thing is to always move forward. When the wind changes, when the new finally arrives, we must be ready to embrace it. To write new paths, to create and innovate. To build the plane while being on air. This is what we do every day. Startups are here not to disrupt for the sake of change, but because we need to do things differently if we want a future in which we all can thrive. Where the power is not with the 1%, but shared. Where we build bigger tables and never taller walls. And we do that at a faster speed, with a fierce dedication that allows us to move faster to get the changes we need done today and not tomorrow. Today, we show you 11 teams made of people who are making life better for other people. Whether they are B2C or B2B, we all remain human, helping fellow humans to do things better, to be better, and to see a more equal future. Sometimes, we have to take a leap. Are you ready to jump? Welcome to Demo Day.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Demo Day. If this is your first time here, we are Startupbootcamp, and we are a global family of industry-focused accelerators. What we are passionate about is to commercially accelerate startups and scale-ups all over the globe. Today is the Demo Day for our FinTech and CyberSecurity Accelerator program. And my name is Giovanni Vaccari, and I'm super happy to be the program director for this program, but also your host for the day. We are streaming live from Amsterdam, and it's a lovely Dutch weather outside, and I would like to invite you that if you're joining via Zoom, to turn on your cameras, because I can actually see you here. And if you're joining from LinkedIn, Facebook, our website, YouTube, you can feel free to join us via Zoom. Look at how many people. Let me see your beautiful faces. Kasia, thank you so much for coming. Hello, everybody. So many people joining. Pressure, but amazing. Well, we can't wait to go to the pitches. And thank you so much for coming. What are we going to do today together? Well, together, we're going to watch 11 teams present their solutions for problems that we see every day. Now, these teams, 11 teams, have been selected amongst hundreds of teams worldwide, and they have endured a 3-month acceleration program. I can tell you it was not easy. They met with hundreds of mentors, experts, investors. They have done dozens of sessions, workshops, learnings. They have drank enough coffee to lift off a whole rocket, I can tell you that. And now they are ready for this celebration, a celebration of their efforts, a celebration of all this work that they've done in the past 3 months. Now, they are more ready than ever to go out into the world and change it. And if you want to help these teams to change the world, I welcome you to get in touch with them and get in contact with them. How can you do that? At every pitch, their contact details are going to show up at the bottom of the screen. But also, we want to make this an interactive session. And we welcome you and we encourage you to join our breakout rooms at the end of the show. So at the end of the 11 pitches, we're going to open via Zoom 11 breakout rooms. And through that, you're more than welcome to join the team that you like the most to talk. You can also jump around teams if you like many of them, to talk to them and ask questions. I'm going to get to the questions in a second, but first, I would like to acknowledge all the people that have made today possible. Normally, we leave the thank yous to the end, I am aware, but I can't do it because there have been so many amazing people that have made this journey possible. And I need to say thank you first. I promise you it's going to be fast, and we're going to go straight to the pitches. First and foremost, I want to thank our investors. Thank you so much for your trust, really. This was the first program worldwide to IPO. So we were the first IPO accelerator program. And that is only thanks to the great trust you put into us, our vision, and our mission. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. We can continue to do this every day. To our partners that now go on screen, I want to thank you so much. Rabobank, our partner of many years, FinTech District, Epifenic. If I could get their logos up, that would be amazing. Yeah, they're there. Awesome. There are so many to thank, but I want to say thank you, because without you, we couldn't do this. To our mentors, I also want to thank you for all your work, dedication, and companionship. To the Startup Bootcamp team, you guys rock. I love working next to you every single day, especially Elizabeth Kleinfeld, I love you. Dawa, Maria, Nex, and I want to say a special thanks, and a really special thanks to our managing director, Koen von Novak, for giving us all a chance to work at Startup Bootcamp. This is the dream job. Last but not least, I want to thank the startups. Thank you so much for this past 3 months. It has really been so special. And you inspired me and the team every single day to work harder to help you. Without you, this journey would have been super boring. So thank you for being the awesome teams that you are, and I have full trust that you can achieve everything you guys are setting yourselves out to do. Really, congratulations for the great work, and thank you for your trust. Now, today, we're going to go to the pitches. The format are very straightforward. We're going to have 3-minute pitches, 11 times. But after each pitch, there is a chance for you to participate. We're going to open up for questions. Questions from the audience. Who is the audience? You. So whether you are on Zoom, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, you can shoot your questions via the chat. The team is going to moderate this chat. I'm going to get them over here, and I will be able to ask them these questions to the startups. That way, you feel included, and we get more questions. Now, if you have more questions and the time is up, because we have a limited time today, you are more than welcome to join them in their breakout rooms. That's right, at the end, to ask away all the questions you may have. That was the shortest intro of Demo Day in Startup Bootcamp history. Thank you for that. So we're now going to go to the exciting part of the day, the pitches. Our first startup is helping exchange students do so much more than just transfer money. This is a Dutch-based startup with an international team. Welcome, Carlos Ronchetti of Finu.
Pay your university, not your bank. Sounds obvious, right? But far from reality when going to university abroad. To help you better understand this, there's someone I would like you all to meet. Say hello to Sarah, a Brazilian student who's planning to study at the University of Calgary in Canada. But she's struggling to pay her tuition. Not only she doesn't have enough money up front to cover the whole program, but the exchange rates she has access to are making the cost of her studies even more expensive. And on top of that, her bank in Brazil is charging her around 7% just to make the wire transfer to the university's account. Built on top of Stellar's blockchain, Finu is making this process easier, cheaper, more secure, and convenient. Here's how. By opening an account at Finu, Sarah is able to easily save money in her local currency, Brazilian real, convert to the currency she needs, Canadian dollar, and finally, pay the University of Calgary in seconds, all through the app. That's less fees and more convenience. Just like Sarah, in 2020, over 500,000 students went to study in Canada, sending together $16 billion to their universities. Now, big companies like Western Union, Pay My Tuition, and Flywire have been in this industry for years. But here's what makes us unique. While they make students like Sarah go through the same traditional process as a bank would, simply offering slightly lower fees, Finu's blockchain technology allows us to reduce the cost for Sarah by up to 50%. Not only that, but our multi-currency wallet enables students to wait for the right moments to convert their money, exploring market opportunities. Finu is also working to help students generate interest on the money they hold in their accounts. But more than new features, we are invested in making education borderless. And we are proud to say that 1% of our revenue is distributed back to all our students' accounts. To support that, our business model is based on transaction fees, charging users a small percentage when converting their money. Now you might be thinking, all right, this all sounds good, but why are you guys the team for this mission? While I bring the experience of someone who's been in the international education industry since day one of my career, having worked with both universities and students directly, Peter brings the expertise of 14 years in software development, having joined 2 other successful startups before. But above all, as former international students, we have both experienced these struggles ourselves. Now, a Brazilian and a Malawi are working together on this cause to help millions of other students pursue their education abroad. So join us on creating a new era for cross-border tuition payments. Thank you.
Whoa, Carlos. Now this was a pitch, a good way to open Demo Day. How are you feeling?
Feeling great, Jill. Thanks for everyone joining us here. As I'm the first one, I would like to take this opportunity to say hello and welcome to all of you, especially those who came under the invitation of Finu. We're really happy to present to you Finu.
Awesome, man. Well, the first question is a question that we already expected, so I'm already going to say it. What makes you different from companies like Wise, formerly TransferWise?
Absolutely. And I love this question for many reasons. But one, because it gives us the opportunity to share our vision for Finu, right? You see, guys, when we talk about the future of remittance, which is basically, for those not familiar, it's a matter of like sending money cross-border or making payments to other countries. When we see what's going on, the trends that we have, things like cost of transactions, speed of transactions, those will become very basic elements for companies. So commodities, if you may. Which means that that's not the things that will set companies aside. What will set companies aside is bringing the convenience aspect of it. And here at Finu, because we are designing something that is tailored to people going to university abroad, we're addressing all the different needs that that student will have to make the whole process as convenient for him and for the university as possible. So when the time comes and he has to choose between 2 companies with very similar fees, the convenience aspect will speak louder. And that's what the vision we have for Finu in the future.
Well, Carlos, that is a very thorough answer. Thank you for that. You know your startup really well. Question, that answer is actually the next question from the audience. So I'm just going to skip one. How does she save money in Finu? Is she able to save in her local currency?
Absolutely, and that's the idea. Because you see, the problem today, just a quick overview of when we talk about going studying abroad, the biggest flows are usually coming from developing countries in Latin America, Africa, and in Asia to developed countries such as US, Canada, or UK. So we're usually talking about currencies with big volatility, right? So the idea is to build a path for you as a student to be able to start saving on your own local currency, no matter where you are in the world, and then convert to the currency of the place you're going to. So this way, you can have your balance, you can have your savings already in that final currency and be protected against any market volatilities you might find throughout the way.
Last question, and it needs to be very short answer because of the time. You have like 12 questions popping here. Are you limited to only tuition payments?
We're limited to everything relating to the payment of education. So it can be tuition, it can be housing, it can be application fees, or any other thing that you have to pay for your university. But we're very focused in this industry itself.
That is good. Focus is how you get market share. Indeed, Carlos, it was an excellent pitch, excellent questions. If people want to meet you and want to talk more and ask all of these questions to you, how do they reach you?
Well, they can chat with us live on our breakout rooms after the amazing 10-hour pitch they're about to hear. But I do encourage people to go find me on LinkedIn. It's Carlos Branchetti. Send me a message and we can carry on the conversation. It will be my pleasure.
Thank you very much. This was Carlos Branchetti from Finu. Wow. SMEs need to optimize their finances and their businesses every day. Our next startup, our next team from the Netherlands is here to help them do just that. Welcome, Peter from Monae.
Just imagine you are CEO of your own wholesale company. You are shipping out dozens of orders to your customers all over Europe every single day. But at the end of each day, you are seeing that you are holding orders back that are standing ready to be sent. Why? Because your customers haven't paid yet, or at least that's what you think. Why is this? These companies are seeing an increase in the number of bank accounts they have. They have more and more accounts at multiple banks in various countries. Manually monitoring these accounts takes a lot of time. We spoke with well over 100 companies that indicated they spend up to 2 hours a day managing this. And because payments are processed manually and communicated too late, orders are often delayed by days and sometimes even weeks. Now imagine that same company is selling wheelchairs or pacemakers and has patients waiting on those products. Sounds crazy, right? Yet this is happening every day all over the world. I've experienced this firsthand working in wholesale for years. We've developed Monae to help wholesale companies never miss out on important financial events again. Monae is your financial co-pilot, providing you with real-time insights into all of your bank accounts in one single overview, and allowing you to search for transactions across all of your bank accounts at once. You can set up alerts and notifications so you are notified as soon as a specific payment hits one of your accounts. But why not automate further? For instance, automatically update the order status in your ERP so the warehouse is automatically informed as well. A few years ago, Martin built an aggregation platform to aggregate all of his crypto accounts at different exchanges. And at that same time, I'd been involved with open banking since 2016, and our ideas came together after we spoke with yet another wholesale organization that had a lot of issues managing all of their bank accounts. And that's when Monae came to life. Martin and me know each other for over 20 years, and we've worked together on projects for over 6 years. And these are exciting times for us, as we're just about to launch our MVP at any moment, and are having at least 10 customers test the first version. In Q3, we're looking to onboard our first customers through our subscription model, and in Q4, we're looking to go live with all of our core features. So if you would like to work with us and join our mission to help automate organizations in order to simplify and streamline their processes, please connect with us. I look forward to meeting you in our breakout rooms.
Hey, hello, Peter. How are you feeling?
Hi, Gio. Hi. Doing great, thank you. Excited to be here at yet another great milestone for us. How is it with you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm just kidding. Excited, of course. Very thrilled for you guys, and it was a very exciting pitch. So I have a first question here. Good. Can Monae be used for other industries as well?
Yeah, great question. The short answer is yes. We are focusing on wholesale initially. From our customer interviews, we saw that the pain is highest and most urgent there. We were speaking with dozens of organizations, and we've heard the story so many times that they are keeping orders back, that are standing ready to be sent while the customer paid, but the payment hasn't been processed yet, which is just a shame. So we can really make some impact there. In the meantime, we have been speaking with other markets as well. Take, for example, software companies, hospitality companies, but also production companies that have facilities in multiple countries. With the same functionality, we can definitely make an impact there. So in the short term, we'll also be looking at those markets. Essentially, if you are processing bank transfers, Monae can help you automate, simplify, and be your financial co-pilot.
And next question would be then, what does your onboarding process looks like?
Oh, wow. Great question again. So onboarding has been Exactly. Onboarding has been very important for us. Again, in the customer interviews we did, specifically within SME, onboarding, ease of use, simplicity was repeated over and over again. So we really took that from the ground up in building the platform. But the proof is in the pudding, as they say, and from start to finish, so from signing up until adding your first bank connection and viewing it in the dashboard, all of that can be done in under 2 minutes. So with that, we really hope to have a great first experience for our users.
Okay, well, I have a question here that may be too long to answer in this moment, but is Monae a PSD2 compliant app?
That's indeed a longer answer. So we definitely can go into that during the breakout session. The short answer is yes.
Okay, well, awesome. Now, if people want to find out more about Monae, where can they find you?
They can definitely find us in our breakout session later this afternoon, or they can connect with us on LinkedIn, and we'll be happy to take the conversation there as well.
How do they find you on LinkedIn?
You can see my name below, or just search for Monae on LinkedIn and connect there.
Okay, thank you very much. This was Peter from Monae.
Thank you.
Thank you. So many cool ideas and so many more to come. Are you feeling excited? I'm looking at the Zoom people here. Can I get some reactions? Yes? Enjoying the pitches? I see the questions keep coming in. Keep them happening. Thank you for that. Our next team is about to show us how identity verification is about to change for good. All the way from Italy, welcome Niccolò from Verminy.
This is Robert Williams. He got arrested for a crime that he didn't commit, thanks to a faulty face recognition software used in Detroit. And as Face ID got bypassed, millions of biometric prints stolen in the BioStar hacking, and the racial bias that plagues the life of minorities so much that even congressmen were falsely identified as criminals, a new authentication standard is needed. But you know what millions of people have in common that also makes them unique? Blood, specifically your veins. This is Verminy in action. Simply hover your hand on our sensor and we empower your veins as a fast, safe, and inclusive biometric authentication, making it secure, private, and in your control by distributing the data across different storages, and then using the ledger for seamless usability across multiple facilities, allowing you to just hover your hand to access, pay, and sign whenever our technology is present. But where does Verminy come from? By the sum of experience of our great team. As a defense professional, my work was used to keep the bad guys away, while Alan brought the good technologies in. Lorenzo has 4 successful exits in the cybersecurity market in Italy. Vincenzo and Giuseppe are directors in a major IT company, both of them with experience in startups. Antonio has a PhD in data optimization with experience in computer vision. Aldo is a talented full-stack developer. With millions of people using them, the need for a secure and usable access control solution is sky high in airports. And that's why we are targeting them. To provide security for the workforce, usability for the priority passengers, and a safe authentication for the lounges, without worrying too much about COVID-19. This to compete in a market that will reach 25 billion by 2028, and then jump into the digital identity market that, according to McKinsey & Co., will unlock between 3 and 13% of the global GDP, using a validated user experience by US companies, but with privacy and security advantages as an European standard. We've been trusted by an IT company in Italy, Babybel, for its data center security. And we've done a proof of concept with a point-of-sales manufacturer for a full biometric payment experience. We've been supported by Team Telecom, Engineering, X Europe, and Startupbootcamp. We are looking for a 600K investment that will support us in creating the next standard of authentication, made for all the Mr. Williams and millions of other faces in the world. With your help, we'll guarantee that security and privacy will last into the future for each one of them. Thank you.
Nicolo, what a great pitch. Such a strong one.
Thanks, Drew. Thanks,
How are
Drew.
you feeling?
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah?
Perfectly.
Nice, man. Super happy. How was your trip from Italy? Was it good?
Amazingly good. Yeah, perfectly good.
Nice. The rain welcomes you here. We have a first question from the audience. Why do you use veins, also fingerprints, and not face recognition?
Well, thanks, Joe, for the question. So basically, a face can show presence, but your hand shows intent. This will guarantee that your biometric recognition and authentication performance is actually consented. What actually sometimes happens with face recognition is that your face is abused, or it's also prone to racial discrimination due to the bias present in datasets towards person of colors or transgender people. We guarantee that you are able to perform access, payment, signature, or whatever operation you need just with your hand, with your consent, and empowered by your data. And there is also a security factor. Veins are inherent under your skin, and they cannot be detected or replicated by pictures from social media. This guarantees a higher level of security from fingerprints or face recognition.
So higher security and more diverse, more inclusive. Really nice. More questions from the audience. What stage of development is your technology now?
Well, we are actually almost ready on the access solution, which will be ready to deploy with our prospective customer in September. Payments will come to follow next year, and then we also deploy with signature and identity government solution later in the future, probably in 2024, if we manage to find the first pilots. Right now, we're focusing on access, is where there's a market. We found great validation and a lot of opportunity to us, and a great need for a solution like ours, due to the geopolitical environment, but also a higher risk in general.
Wow, so many questions popping in. I'm trying to select a good one. So we're going to say, do you need specific hardware, or can you use standard cameras/sensors?
Yeah, a sensor is needed and required to perform secure authentication. Blood can only be detected with infrared lights, but it's also guarantee an intrinsic liveness in the authentication performance, as your veins can only be detected if actually blood flows within it. But in the pipeline, we also a series of projects based on palm print recognition that can be operated also remotely with a smartphone or any camera as well. This guarantees us to cover all the issues related to authentication and access control in many businesses.
Nice. Last one, if you can answer very quick. What is the sensitivity and how much more secure is it?
Well, the sensitivity, if we intend in terms of false acceptance rate and false rejection rate, it's the best ratio available between biometric technologies. So it's the best performing. In terms of security, right now, it's the best hedge that we can find available on the market in a mature biometric sector. To perform authentication. Veins are inherent, they're under your skin, cannot be replicated, cannot be copied, and the picture is not enough because there is no blood in a picture. And they are the most unique, even in twins. So the greatest leverage we can find.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Thank you so much, Nicolo. If the people need to talk to you, how do they talk to you?
Well, they can join us later, of course, in our breakout session. Of course, can reach out at info@verminy.id. via email to schedule a meeting, and we're happy to answer all your questions during the breakout session or offline.
Thank you so much. This was Nicolo from Verminy. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Joe.
I've got 3 words for you: scan and pay. Here to bring brick and mortar to the 21st century, welcome our Swedish friend Melody from Satochi.
Everybody hates to stand in a line. What if you could skip the line and shop smarter in every single store? Well, that is where Satochi comes in. My name is Melody Askelöv, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Satochi. A simple scan-to-pay solution, easy to use and hassle-free. For consumers, convenience retail no longer feels convenient when I have picked what I want to buy in seconds. Now I have to stand in line for 30 minutes to pay. This isn't convenient. For retailers, lines creates a bad experience. I'm losing customers and I feel exposed to competition. Satochi has the solution. We create a bridge between consumer and retailer. Satochi helps you to scan and pay and build customer loyalty. It becomes more time efficient, so you can spend more time with family and friends. For retailer, we reduce your cost and focus on your growth, so you can focus on serve your customer better instead of managing never-ending lines. Here comes Satochi. A product helps you to scan and pay. But how does it work? You take your phone at the store, you scan your product and pay with your Satochi wallet, and are free to leave the store with your proof of payment. A product is free for all consumers, so you can build a better relationship with them. For the retailer, we charge between 1% to 2.5% per transactions, which is pretty standard to current solutions. Current market size is 2.7 million millennials in Sweden. The total addressable market size is 144 billion euro. A goal is to take 80 million euro. The annual market growth is 23% per year. That is an amazing opportunity that will enable us to target young millennials, franchises and small understaffed businesses that need to use their resources in a smarter way. We want to focus on the Swedish and Dutch market to begin with, but also expand to Europe in the next 5 years. We have built some traction. The fintech market is heated, so are we. We have been in Dragon's Den in Swedish television. We have secured 400 pre-sign-ups and have been invited to Startup Stage Seamless Dubai in May. We have a stellar team of amazing professionals, and all of which have years of experience within the industry. I have 15 years of experience within banking, finance, telecom, and retail, and our advisory board are ready to take us to the next level. We're raising 500,000 euros to finalize our MVP and achieve our 1,000 target customers, which will bring us the revenue we need. This is Satochi, and if you want to join us in our mission to make payments more efficient and better for customers and retailers, please join us in our breakout rooms. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Melody. How are you feeling today?
Well, thank you, Giovanni. I feel awesome. It's so nice to be here from Sweden.
Nice. I hope Amsterdam is treating you well. I have some questions from the audience already, a lot, so we're going to go really quick. What is the timing right now for Scan and Pay?
Actually, the timing is right now because due post-COVID, every consumer has already used their mobile payments and digital solution. And last year, it was 30 million downloads of payment solution in Europe. So yeah, the timing is right now for Scan and Pay.
I have another question. Sorry, I touched the mic. We see a lot of self-checkout systems in supermarkets. How does your solution compete with that?
Well, we will actually not compete with that. We will be a partner. We actually have already a proof of concept, like we will run a pilot with a grocery in Stockholm city. So the grocery store has already a self-checkout, and he wants to do this with us because you have the self-checkouts, you also have the lines. So Satochi Scan and Pay will be like a partner with that kind of solution.
And also, it works everywhere, right, Satochi?
Exactly. It works everywhere. You could be in every shops, in every cinemas, in every cafe. So it's like you scan, pay, and go wherever you want.
I have the same question like 4 times in different words, so I have to ask it. What is the additional hardware that a store needs to get to make Satochi work?
Well, the beauty of this is that the store doesn't need to have this kind of hardware. We will have the solution, so the store that we will partner with will jack into our SaaS platform. So that's the only thing they need to have a cooperation with us.
Nice. And maybe a gate to show your proof of purchase, right? If the store wants to do that as well.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Really nice. Well, Melody, too many questions, so little time. If people want to talk to you, how can they find you?
You are so welcome to join us at our breakout session rooms, but also, of course, connect me on LinkedIn, and you're so welcome to come to Sweden and Uppsala.
Nice. Thank you very much. This was Melody from Satochi. Thank you, Melody.
Thank you, Giovanni. All the best to you.
This next team is going to bring a solution to people who currently do not have one. I'll let them tell this story, but up next from the UK, it is Marvin of Atman.
I love my mum, and she loves me. And I like to think I'm her favorite child, because she used to send me money via Western Union and MoneyGram from the US to buy cool stuff while I studied in the Caribbean. Sending money was expensive for her, and for me, in most cases, I had to pick up the cash in a place that was dodgy, very busy, and high risk, where you wouldn't want to send your children. This happens to the majority of customers like me. I am Marvin Smith, the co-founder and CEO of Atman. It can take up to 30 days for friends and family to receive money in developing countries. They may be part of the 1.7 billion people who are excluded from financial services, and as a result must travel long distances to pick up cash due to money transfer operators being based in the city center. These transactions can be costly for both parties, with high commission fees and FX conversion rates accounting for up to 12% of the cost. Atman is a financial service app on blockchain technology that addresses this problem with a focus on financial inclusivity while supporting sustainable development goals such as education, health, and clean water. Customers in the UK and Europe can access our Euro account by onboarding with a government ID. Once approved, money can be sent quickly and easily in 14 currencies to over 200 countries, saving customers up to 40% in fees and time. Atman to Atman account can request money via a link or QR code and receive it in seconds. Money can then be spent using a virtual or physical MasterCard. Features like Apple and Google Pay, multi-currency accounts, buy now, pay later, and cashback rewards will be coming soon in the Atman marketplace in Q3 2022. Our live beta app has over 10,000 downloads. We've processed over 3 million euros of transactions and pre-approved by seeders as we look for a lead investor. Revenue is generated from in-app fees and subscriptions, and in the near future from connectivity with B2B partners, API monetization, and in-app advertising. Here is the market size and estimated growth for neobank and remittance. With approximately 37 million unbanked individuals living in the EU, where 23 million are non-EU citizens, we would like to capture 230,000 customers as our share of the market in the next 24 months. We are looking to raise £2 million for additional app features, new currencies, to improve our compliance, research and development, and to cover our banking as a service and software as a service related costs. The team are from different cultural backgrounds with banking, tech, and marketing expertise, and we've come together to connect our cultures with a drive to reinvest in them. Atman in German means to breathe, and we need your help as an investor and your support as a partner to give customers like myself a new breath of life to be financially included with an Atman account.
Hello, Marvin. How are you?
My guy, Gio. I'm all right, buddy. How are you doing?
Doing good. Feeling a breath of life right here as well. Let's go to the questions. First question, well, we know banking is very expensive, so that's why this is the first question. How have you been funded thus far?
Hey, it's been very expensive, and it's been a journey for us so far. Really good to have a network of friends and family. If you look at our giraffe, it's made up of different colors. We've come across different people across our walks of life. They got involved in a very early stage of investment, and we've actually started to express interest today as well. So if you are interested in having a piece of the giraffe, by all means, go to myatman.com/investment, and you could register your interest with us, and we'll be in touch with you. So friends and family got involved in the very beginning.
That's really nice. I have a few more questions. Let's go. Which corridors are you focusing on now or in the future?
Hey, that's a really good question. And we would like to focus on the Caribbean because it's really untapped. It's not in the solutions that's currently available. So that's our main focus for the moment. And in the future, we'll broaden that to the Latin American region.
Very nice, very nice. One person here just complimented you, which is very nice. So I'm going to go for the next question. How much are you raising?
So we're currently looking to raise £2 million. And that's going to be for the next 18 months runway. And we're going to be accelerating, especially learning the exciting stuff we all gain experience with here at SBC.
Nice. Last question, if you can answer really quick. If not, then it's for the breakouts. How do you handle KYC as a huge challenge in the EU?
Hey, that's a really good question. And you try to catch me on that one. So come to the breakout room and I'll take you through it because it's a lot more details behind it. A lot of tech happens, a lot of information that we capture as well just to get that KYC process going. So join us in the breakout room. It's going to be really good, really fun.
That is a good catch. Then, if people want to find you, they find you in the breakout room, and how else can they find you?
They could find us on LinkedIn. Zelia is going to pop all of our social media handles in the chat as well on Zoom right now, so you can connect with us. And we look forward to having a good conversation in the breakout room with you.
Thank you, Marvin, so much. This was Marvin from Atman. Thank you. I'm loving to see how engaged everybody is. The questions keep on coming. We can see your reactions all the time. I keep looking here while the pitches are happening, and I see people agreeing. I see people shaking their heads saying, yeah, that is a really big problem. So cool to see you all there. Remember to keep your webcam on. Now, this next startup is going to tackle something I think is very important. Uncertainty is part of businesses, but insurance sometimes isn't. Here to change that is Filiberto from Kirigami.
Hi, my name is Filiberto and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Kirigami. At Kirigami, we make sure SMEs are better prepared for when things hit the fan. Everybody knows SMEs are an important part of our economies. In the EU and UK, 28 million SMEs account for roughly 50% of GDP and employ close to 100 million people. What people don't realize is just how vulnerable they are. 1 in 5 businesses will suffer some kind of disruption every year, whether it be a fire, a cyber attack, or the effects of a storm. Unfortunately, very few survive. 80% of affected businesses will close their doors within 18 months. Business interruption insurance is one of the most critical products for any business owner. It is also the most misunderstood. Very few business owners have the time or the knowledge to seek out and maintain appropriate cover. Not to mention the problems they face when filing claims. Many complain about not knowing what they're covered for, being kept in the dark, or receiving payments too late. We are re-engineering how business interruption is delivered to SMEs to make sure that they're covered when it counts the most, and we're doing so in 3 ways. Firstly, we've developed a hybrid product that pays out emergency cash within days of a loss. This removes a huge amount of uncertainty for business owners, allowing them to focus on their business recovery. Secondly, our tech-driven approach helps SMEs better understand their policy, provides preventative recommendations, and flags any underinsurance gaps. And finally, real-time policy management tools. Insurance evolves with business needs. We've identified a beachhead market in the UK, in particular looking at micro and small, light manufacturing and professional service companies. UK commercial insurance premiums top around 10 billion euros every year, and a significant opportunity exists just trying to tackle the underinsurance gap. The events of the last couple of years have raised a massive amount of awareness about business insurance or better protection or prevention. Unfortunately, the same risks have also depleted a lot of SMEs' revenues, thus making them question whether to buy insurance or not. And finally, many SMEs are demanding a lot more personalized attention, something which large insurance companies can't actually provide given their cost structures. We're ideally placed to take advantage of this. Disruption won't come from within the industry. The essence of insurance is to be conservative and risk-averse. We, coming from the outside and having commercial insurance knowledge and technology knowledge, are ideally positioned to make the best of this. We're seeking 600,000 euros to hire some amazing people, sort out our regulatory requirements, and begin selling policies within the next 12 months. Changing the discussion around business continuity and business interruption, we believe we can unlock a huge amount of values for SMEs and provide them better protection for tomorrow's challenges. If you're interested, please join us in the breakout rooms. Thank you.
Hello, Filiberto, Mr. Kirigami. How are you doing?
Hi, Gio. Fine. I'm glad I'm not in sunny Amsterdam.
It's quite rainy today, actually. Well, welcome to the stage virtually. We're going to drink some Zoom beers after. First question from the audience. What does business interruption mean for SMEs? What does that mean?
Well, that's a very interesting question. So it's akin to life insurance for people. So we all buy car insurance or home insurance, and businesses protect their assets, but very few protect their actual core activities. So it's kind of that philosophy. It protects your core activities in case something goes bad.
Nice. Second question here. Do you have a patent?
Patent? No. We have an algorithm. We've not patented the algorithm.
Okay. Next question. Can you elaborate on why insurers struggle with business insurance with SMEs?
So the idiosyncrasy, so every SME is different. There's more divergence between companies as compared to people. So if we take the 11 companies in this batch, we have 11 very different businesses. But if you put us as individuals in categories, in age or location, we have much more homogeneous risk. So it's much easier to insure. But if you take the companies, we have to look at the exact specifics. And that's what happens with business interruption insurance. We have to understand, the customers, the receivables, where the revenue is coming from and how they operate. And that's why it makes it so difficult for large insurance companies, because their costs are just so heavy.
Good one. Who is underwriting this insurance coverage for you, or how does that work?
So we're actually in the market right now looking for a insurance partner, a fronting carrier, to create an MGA relationship. And we're in advanced discussions with one insurance company in Europe to do so.
And how can people find you to learn more about Kirigami?
You can reach us out, or you can join us in the breakout rooms. First and foremost, tonight we can have that discussion. If not, you can reach us out via our website, kirigami.com. So that's Kirigami with an extra I, or you can reach out to me on LinkedIn.
Okay, if you can leave your website on the chat, that would be great. And thank you so much, Fili. And that was Filiberto from Kirigami.
Thank you very much, Gio.
Thank you. We are in the middle of the show, and I'm still full of energy. I hope you are as well. Let's do a little exercise here together. Let's do, on the chat, I want you to all leave your LinkedIn on the chat here, so we can all connect and get in touch with each other. So if you want to connect with this great network of innovators, please leave your LinkedIn on the chat, so we can, oh, nice music, SBC. Thank you. I also like it. I'm constantly dancing here, but you can't see. Well, we're going to go for our next pitch. International trade payments, shipments, delivery, and financial logistics. How do they all connect in a seamless way? Let Maxime from the French startup Tulip tell you.
Hi, my name is Maxime, co-founder and CEO of Tulip, a centralized trade deal management and payment ecosystem for importers and exporters. Every year, $4 trillion worth of trade deals in Europe are made, with European SMEs making up 98% out of it. Every single trade imposes a risk for the companies involved, direct loss of value, disrupted supply chains, or complete stop of business processes, with SMEs being especially vulnerable. That's why, in essence, suppliers want payment in advance, buyer after arrival. The problem is who pays the bill when things go wrong. Actual solutions are painfully complex, slow, and costly. A guaranteed transaction will take almost 25 days to settle, and with an approximate fee of 2.18%, and they are mostly reserved to large groups. My years as part of a trading desk focusing on B2B FX payments taught me that a lack of trust is one of the major impediments to SMEs transacting business with one another, especially when it comes to import-exports. That is why we started Tulip, a platform that is all about creating security and trust in international trade deals. What Tulip does is securing payment upfront from the buyer on an escrow account and release it to the seller upon proof of shipment. In this way, buyers are sure that the goods are shipped and sellers secure payment upfront. We are a team with extensive experience in international payments, product design, and development, enabling us to create and build a client-centric solution that is responding to the issues that SMEs faces on a daily basis. So far, we have developed a Tulip platform that is going live end of May for testing and signed 60 million worth of trade volumes. Our clients can connect and make deals together in 60 countries using 25 different currencies and the possibility to do invoice financing. To grow a business as one of the major players in this 12 billion euro European industry, we will need to scale fast and find the right talent to give a better alternative to SMEs around the world. To make our mission a reality, we are seeking a 2 million euro seed round composed of 1.5 million in equity and 500k in debt. So, are you ready to build security and trust worldwide with us? So, please join us in our breakout rooms to continue the discussion and see how we could collaborate. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Maxime. How are you feeling?
Great, Gio.
Nice. I once described you as the most pragmatic Frenchman I know, so I'm going to go straight for the questions. What about your current traction?
So, as I said during the pitch, we sign our first clients, and the volume of transaction on a yearly basis per annum that they do on the import and export side is approximately 60 million. On the product side and on the tech side, we are currently finishing the development of the product to be able to test it starting end of May and to make it a public release on September to start the last quarter of the year.
Nice. Well, that was probably the answer to the next question. What is your go-to-market? But if you want to elaborate on that a bit more.
Yeah, for sure. So we are focusing on SMEs that works internationally in terms of export or import on the financing and the trust and guarantees of the transaction. So we have a direct approach to the market, talking directly to the SMEs, but also having an indirect approach to it, talking to brokers, to freight forwarders, so a company that handles a part of the process of the transaction, the logistic, to use Tulip as one of the platforms that they use.
And why did you start Tulip?
So, as we said, the co-founders and I are apart from this international payment world. I was working in a trading desk focusing on B2B payments. And the conversation that we had with our clients was sometimes a question of trust. They will ask if something goes wrong to call us back the payment, which was not possible. So we took a deep dive into the guarantee product world and
I think we froze a bit with our colleague. I think, yes, he froze a bit. We're going to try to get his connection back.
Company, the SMEs that we are targeting, they have access to the correct group.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where did I cut?
You cut right in the beginning, so maybe you just want to go one more time. You and your founders were working in this industry?
Yeah, we were working in this industry, and one of the main questions that we were asked by our client is that if something's go wrong in a transaction, not the payment, but the actual logistic transaction, can you call us back my payment because my supplier didn't pay or something like this, or didn't send me the goods? And this question of trust came back often. So we looked at the guarantee product that the bank offers and the insurance offers, like the letter of credit or payment against documents. And it will take, those product was like outdated. We take 25 days to settle. So in terms of efficiency for a company, it's not useful at all today. And so we decided to deep dive our work onto it and to build something that is responding to different problematics that SMEs faces on a daily basis.
Great answer. Thank you for redoing it. Last question for you. The question I ask everybody, how can people find you?
They can find us in the breakout room after the other startups, and also on LinkedIn, directly to me, Maxim, or to my other co-founders, or directly through the Tulip website.
So 24-hour reply on the LinkedIn there?
Yeah, for sure.
Perfect. For sure. Thank you so much. This was Maxime from Tulip. Thank you. If you had any questions that this show is live, you just got your answers right there. Now, shift happens. And in the case of the shift towards renewable energy, it is already happening. Here, this next startup is using blockchain technology to make it even more possible. Directly from the UK, it is Philip from Energy Shift.
Did you know that 78% of European greenhouse gas emissions are caused by the energy sector alone? That makes it the highest polluting sector of them all, and the one where we can make a huge impact in. In addition to the pollution created by the production of energy, there's also lack of participation from citizens in tackling climate change and global warming, as they currently cannot easily invest in renewable energy. And the EU and UN mentioned that there is lack of funding to meet the 2030 targets that we set. To solve all of those problems, we started Energy Shift. Energy Shift is a web-based, blockchain-powered platform that enables citizens to jointly invest in and co-own solar farms, thus democratizing the energy sector and enabling citizens to actively participate in the energy transition to renewables. Currently, we have more than 1,400 EU citizens who registered on our platform and made soft commitments to invest upwards of 3.4 million euros in solar energy projects. The whole process is simple. We get citizens to buy a part of a solar farm. Once set up, it generates clean electricity, which is distributed and sold to the grid. In the end, citizens are credited for their share of generated electricity, and the whole process is automated through our platform. Talking about the solar energy market in general, it was worth more than 45 billion euros in 2018 and projected to reach more than 220 billion by 2026. It's one of the fastest growing sectors in the world right now, growing at a compounded annual growth rate of 20.5%. And we are currently targeting the Southeast European market worth almost 1 billion euros. We also used EU and climate kick tools to estimate our impact, which said that for every megawatt of solar energy that we install, we create almost 200,000 euros worth of social, environmental, and health impact in the society. That's a whole lot of impact for a small investment. Last month, we were featured in the SET 100 list of top 100 energy startups of 2022 globally, ranked by the German Energy Agency and the World Energy Council. And last year, we won the EU Sustainable Energy Award in the Young Energy Trailblazer category, awarded by the European Commission. And last but not least, the team. I'm Philip. I have previous startup experience and previous work experience from working in a solar installation company, setting up and designing solar systems. Last year, I was a technical working group member in the United Nations High-Level Dialogue on Energy, where I provided recommendations on how the world can achieve the SDG 7 targets that we set. And together with my diversified and experienced team, we are looking to be the leading platform for investment in clean and renewable energy by 2030. Thank you.
No, thank you, Philip. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. We're keeping it cool. It's going smooth over here. Now, questions from the audience to you from Energy Shift. You are currently fundraising. Can you tell us how much and what for?
Yes, thank you for the question. So we are currently fundraising 250,000 euros to get us to the next level. So we will use this money to comply with the regulation and obtain the necessary licenses, as well as to expand our team and fund the first solar energy projects.
Awesome. By the way, congratulations on your Forbes 30 under 30 Europe. Congratulations on that.
Thank you, thank you.
Are you creating a trading platform or facilitating one-off investments, like one-off investments?
We are basically facilitating the alternative investments into renewable energy. So an individual can invest in renewable energy, do good for the environment, and make money in the same time.
Via Energy Shift?
Yeah, through Energy Shift.
Great. Then, what is unique in your offering?
Well, basically, as I mentioned before, citizens cannot currently easily invest in renewable energy and make money from it. So with Energy Shift, we enable them to co-own a solar farm and jointly invest in it, making a yearly dividend, doing good, and making money at the same time.
I have a question here, very interesting, that can also talk about the market. This is a huge market for this in Africa, especially in Nigeria. Are you considering expanding your service areas in the future?
In the future, yes, but we are currently just looking for the European Union because of the current regulations on crowdfunding and crowd investing, which I can talk more about in the breakout sessions if you would like to join us.
That was a smooth bridge. That was a smooth bridge. So if people want to ask you more questions, where do they go?
To the breakout session from Energy Shift.
And also, how can people find you?
Simply go to energyshift.eu or find me on LinkedIn or philip@energyshift.eu or in the breakout sessions.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Philip. This was Energy Shift. Thank you.
Thank you.
I cannot believe it. Only 3 startups to go. Can you believe it? I mean, I'm still energized, and I have a question for you. Do you already know which teams you're going to meet in the breakout sessions? Do you already know? Do you already know? I see Atman saying like, me. Well, okay. 3 more to think about. We're going to go to our next pitch, because financial services for the underserved is already hard enough. Now imagine when legislation encourages cash transfers. To solve this and other problems, welcome from Ghana, Mo of Yola.
Hi, I want you to picture this. You wake up one morning and the coffee you buy at €1 now sells at €3. And if you decide to pay with your card or app, you incur an additional 1.5% tax. Sick, right? Unfortunately, this is the sad reality in Ghana, a country with a population of over 30 million people, most of whom are between the ages of 22 and 40 years, either at the beginning or active stages of their careers. Also with a lot of people living abroad too. In the first 4 months of this year, the Ghana national currency, the cedi, has seen drastic depreciation against the US dollar by almost 20%, making the financial sector unattractive, expensive, and yields little or no return on investment. This, together with inflation and the newly introduced electronic levy, popularly called e-levy in Ghana, has led many Ghanaians, home and abroad, to look for ways to hedge their monies against depreciation and inflation, grow their money, and pay less when they transact online. My name is Mo Imbalam. I am the CEO and co-founder of Yola. Through our multi-currency accounts, users are able to hedge their money against depreciation and inflation, send and receive money in real time without incurring the e-levy tax, and gain insights on their spending through account aggregation. We launched our MVP in Ghana in the last quarter of 2021 with 400 testers. We have also added over 500 people on our waiting list in less than a month during the SBC program. We've also signed LOIs with some of these companies and are also in advanced talks with others. We charge a transaction fee on FX, payment, and transfers, and are currently exploring a subscription model for account aggregation and wealth management for 2023. We are launching our beta in Ghana in Q4 2022 and will eventually roll out crypto accounts, financial services marketplace, and personal finance management tools within the next 2 years. To help achieve this goal, we're raising 550,000 euros to build our team, partnerships and tech, as well as compliance. Our plans are backed by a strong team with a drive and years of experience working together. This is my fourth company. My first startup, the first P2P lending platform in Ghana, was acquired by a microfinance in 2018. And this is my third startup together with Suleiman, our CTO. We believe that Yola solves a more fundamental problem, and we're excited to achieve our mission, which is to provide tools that empower people to improve their financial health and have more control over their money. If the mission speaks to you, join us in our breakout room. Thank you very much.
Hey, Mo, how are you doing?
Hi, Joe. The weather is pretty good today, so I guess I'm good.
Yeah, how is the Netherlands treating you after this long trip?
It's much better today than it was last week, Friday.
That is very much correct. So we have a few questions from the audience.
Right.
First question, where is the company incorporated?
So Yola is currently incorporated in the United States of America, Delaware C Corporation, and we're also working with SBC on incorporating the business also here in the Netherlands.
Nice, thank you. Second question, how can you offer services for less than anyone else?
So basically, if you want to open a USD or any multi-currency account in Ghana at the moment, you have to do with a traditional bank account, and you need a minimum of $100 or 100 euro, depending on the currency you want to open it in. It would be free. It will be free on Yola. You don't need any minimum or maximum amount on Yola, and that's where we think we serve a better purpose.
I got here a comment, so I'm going to open an invitation. Somebody said, excellent product. You may need more money to match your plans. Well, then we invite this person to join the breakout session and tell us how, right?
Exactly.
And how does Yola works with the e-levy being a compulsory tax? Compulsory
every
tax,
time I hear this, it's a very annoying tax and then also a funny tax as well. For those who probably missed that section in the pitch, so basically e-levy is a 1.5% tax on all digital transactions in Ghana at the moment. And by Yola being incorporated outside Ghana, and with users having access to multi-currency accounts, they can transact in multiple currencies and not incur the e-levy tax, which would mean 1.5% more money for Yola users.
Last question here, for now at least. How do you collaborate with Atman?
So, Yola, one of the other propositions of Yola is to facilitate EU-UK remittances to Ghana, and we're working with Atman for UK-Ghana remittance.
Nice. If people want to find you, how can they find you?
So you can reach out to us at team@iamyola.com. iamyola.com, team@iamyola.com. You can join our breakout rooms after this session, or you can connect on LinkedIn as well.
Response in how many hours?
Instant, I guess.
Instantaneous response.
It's not 2 hours. It's going to be instant. Yeah.
Instantaneous response. That is the promise of Yola if you connect with them on LinkedIn. Thank you so much, Mo, and congrats on your first
Thank you very much, Gio. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Peer-to-peer lending, peer-to-peer loans, they are great, they are profitable, but they can be a lot more popular and data-driven. Our next startup, Wealthio, is coming all the way from Latvia to tell us how. Go Richards.
Hi, I'm Richards, co-founder and CEO of Wealthio. We are here to bring peer-to-peer lending to your favorite investing app. Let me tell you why and how. By providing capital to underserved individuals and emerging businesses, offering low volatility yet high and consistent returns, investing in loans set out to change investing and lending globally. Now, over the years that the market exists, it hasn't, however, gained as much momentum as was initially expected. Now, why is that the case? Well, in the loans market, on one hand, there are loan marketplaces that are really great at sourcing and putting together loans for investing, but struggle to gain a significant user base. On the other hand, there are investors facing way too many platforms to choose from, a complete lack of transparency, and requirements for complex analysis. To change this, we're building an embedded investing solution that connects neo-brokers, private wealth managers, and institutional investors to loan marketplaces globally. Using Wealthio, our partners or their users can access all the major loan investment opportunities from a single platform. In addition, they can enjoy decision-making assistance, investment automation, and insightful reporting on past investments. As a result, loan marketplaces will have an access to huge user and capital base. Investors and wealth managers will have only one platform for all of their loan investments and be able to benefit from transparency, insightful analytics, and tailored assistance. With only a fraction of institutional and retail investors currently investing in loans, the market has already reached a 70 billion euros global size and is expected to continue growing way further. Now, we are targeting the market by charging a management fee on the funds invested to investors and loan marketplaces. So far, we have already built an MVP that assists the investors of Europe's largest loan marketplace in making more informed investments. We've tested the MVP with close to 100 retail investors and right now are advancing it to accommodate other major loan marketplaces here in Europe. So to deliver on our mission of making investing in loans accessible to everyone, we've gathered a team that holds the perfect combination of youth and enthusiasm with extensive experience in investing, lending, and loan marketplace development. More specifically, we've built some of the largest loan marketplaces and lending companies in Europe. So if our mission resonates with you, please know that we're currently seeking investors for a 1 million seed round and are looking for wealth managers that might be interested in the loan investments market. So looking forward to speaking to you all after the presentation, and thank you kindly for your attention.
Thank you, Richards. How are you feeling?
Feeling good, excited. A bit anxious, to be honest, but feeling excited too at the same time, so it's all good. How are you?
That's good. It means you care about Wealthio, of course. I'm doing good.
I do.
Yes, we're going to go to questions. I know you pack a lot into your answers, so here goes the first one. Does your intellectual property, I have to translate a little bit. Does Wealthio own the intellectual property of the API?
Oh, so essentially, if we talk about our intellectual property, the one confusion that we get a lot is that we are simply an infrastructure provider that just has the API connections to the loan marketplaces and then has the API connections to the brokers on the other side. That's not just that. In reality, if we had only this, there probably would be other startups that would be able to do it too and bring the peer-to-peer lending to everyone. But to be able to really make peer-to-peer lending accessible to all the investors around the globe, what we have to do is we have to go another step. And so this is where the key part of our intellectual property comes into play. So we built a loan risk scoring model that helps investors to assess the risk and return profile of specific loan investment opportunities. That's helping to navigate the confusing space of peer-to-peer lending and help us automate the investments and make it really, really accessible to people all across the board.
Thank you. Somebody asked, what are examples of analytics that you make available?
Oh, there's a bunch of it. I mean, there's probably too much of it in the MVP that we launched, but the main things are the following. So we show the profitability for your investments in various platforms. We show the interest rates that you are supposed to get versus the real interest rates that you were earning so that you can adjust your investment decisions in the future. So we kind of give you a lot of data so that you have the full transparent view of how the investments are really performing, and so that you can adjust your investment decisions accordingly, you can make better ones in the future, and you know that it's not the platform giving you the data where obviously there's a direct conflict of interest and bias. It's an independent party helping you navigate all of it and help you make better decisions and thus grow your wealth over the long term. So that's a lot in this one simple answer. Yeah. If you want to check it out, you can check out our demo now, wealthio.com. We'll be super happy to have you there.
Nice. Thank you very much. So what is your, very short, because we're almost running out of time, what is your top priority of now?
Right now, we're looking at the feasibility and market potential of a specific market segment. That's the wealth managers and family offices. So if you happen to be one, know one, you think that there's someone we should talk to that knows the market and this specific business segment well, so that we can assess the feasibility of it, we'll be super happy if you join our breakout room or let us know in any other way. So we'd be really, really happy for any help there.
Thank you so much, Richards. This was Wealthio. How can people find you?
Oh, the breakout room, LinkedIn. You're probably going to find our calendar link in the chat so you can book a call with us directly. If you do so, make sure to add a note or two on who you are and what's the goal of the call. And yeah, that's probably it.
Nice. Feel free then to book meetings, connect on LinkedIn, and join the breakout sessions. He makes it very easy. Thank you so much, Richards from Wealthio.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Last pitch, but definitely not least, we are going to talk about something that I think a lot of people from this call are going to resonate. And then after, there is something else, but now the first and the last pitch, education. When I say education is the best gift you can give a child, everybody would agree. But are we giving our kids enough financial education? Welcome Mike from Italy, who is bringing clay to help parents do just that.
Hi everybody, I am Mike, and this is a photo of me, Christian, and Alessia, my co-founders, when we were 14 years old. This picture reminds me of the struggles we had. No, I know what you're thinking, it wasn't about our style, but it was about our struggle for independence, in Alessia's case. For Christian, how he used to work summers to buy his first gaming PC. And in my case, how I always ended up being broke, even with my little allowance. All of these stories come down to two things: a strong desire for independence and a clear lack of financial education. That is not surprising at all when you think that 70% of parents lack financial education, leading to lower future wealth, a higher propensity to debt, fraud, and falling victim to financial crime. But it also makes them incapable of teaching their children how to avoid these risks and how to grow up responsible, safe, and money conscious. But all parents care about their children's future, right? Well, that is why we have created Clay, to reimagine financial education. Our approach is simple, and it's based on three fundamentals. Thanks to our activities, teens and parents collaborate, set shared goals, and get rewarded in a reinforcement learning logic. Through gamification, our Academy module provides teens with the necessary knowledge to manage their money in a fun and an engaging way. And finally, thanks to our banking solution, kids can manage their allowance and learn by doing. An all-in-one solution, and the first on the European market to go beyond banking, with gamification and viral feature, making it an interactive and shareable experience. In doing so, also improving the financial wealth of future generation. And that is why we are making financial education free and available to all, thanks to our freemium product, sustained by cashbacks and offers. We will then also offer a more enhanced teen banking solution for a monthly subscription. And thanks to white labeling, we will provide existing banks with a new way to acquire the banking customer of tomorrow. So far, we've already partnered, amongst others, with Finu for a proof of concept, where we're reaching more than 100,000 students in secondary schools. Strategic partnership with inspiring influencers will also help us further our social message. Our MVP will be launched next month, and thanks to fundings, we will launch our premium products at the beginning of the next school year. It has been 14 years since that iconic photo, and we have now become investment fund managers, engineers, and experts in gamification and market strategies. And on our side, to empower us, we have industry leaders and market experts from banking to legal, from product strategy to developmental psychology. We're looking for a seed round to assemble a team, build a premium product, and optimize our launch and growth strategy. We've estimated this round to be 800,000 euros for a 1-year runway. So join Clay, and let's make the future generation more financially aware, resilient, and strong. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike, my friend. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thank you, Gio. I hope so are you.
Super good, super good. First question, what is your first step for go-to-market?
Great question. I'd like it for it to be the first. So our go-to-market and our strategy and our goal is very much based upon trust. Trust from parents, trust from kids, and trust from families. The way that we're going to do this is through partnership with institutions whose sole goal is to further and to foster financial literacy and financial inclusion. Thanks to these partnerships, we're going to be able to promote and provide Clay to thousands of students. And through this, we're going to be able to become a trustworthy partner to accompany families and teens towards their journey to becoming financially independent.
Great to hear. Now, second question now from the audience. Main market, Italy or Europe?
Thank you for the question. Main market, Europe, starting Italy, expanding. What we've been able to strike so far is partnership also throughout Europe, the Netherlands and Belgium. So these are going to be the first markets that we're going to be tackling right after Europe. We're going to focus on Italy first and then expand and use our learning to improve and ameliorate our products and launch all through Europe.
Thank you. Next question. I have a question here, and I'm going to elaborate on it. I'm going to make it a little bit of my own. Do you need investors, and then how much and what for?
Yes, in fact, we're looking for investors indeed. We're looking for 800,000. These 800,000, the way that we're going to structure them is very much based upon a milestone. The milestone that we care about is September of this year, effectively when we're going to be launching into high schools in Italy. So we're going to structure it a little bit before and a little bit after it. 300,000 before it are going to allow us to build the product and make it the best possible for all of these students that we're going to be providing it to. And then we're going to be leveraging the learnings and the information and the knowledge from this launch, enter into that iterative process of learning, improving, and testing. And then thanks to that second half of it, 300 at the beginning, 500 later, we're going to be launching onto the wider market.
Mike, I think you used all your time, but you answered it so well. If people have more questions, because they do, how do they reach you?
Great. So you're going to be able to find the links in the chat. I think the team is going to be putting in there right now. And also join the breakouts. There is a lot more to talk about. There is a lot more to discuss, a lot more to learn. It'd be great to get feedback. And you can always learn and get to know each other a little bit more. Thank you very much.
As we say in Brazil, closing with a golden key. Thank you so much, Mike. This was Clay. Thank you. Are you joining from LinkedIn? Are you joining from YouTube? Wherever you're joining from, this is the time for you to join the Zoom call. Also, so many people here. I can see their faces. Look at them. Give me a little wave, everybody, from Zoom. Yay, super cool. Now, what we're going to do, how to join the Zoom. It is bit.ly/agiantleap22. That is bit.ly/agiantleap22. If you're on Zoom, you can stay there. That is the place for you to be. We're going to open the breakout sessions where you can join your favorite startup. You can join them by yourself. There's going to be a little video playing after I finish talking on how to do that. Thank you so much for watching this amazing demo day. Thank you, startups, for your trust. Thank you, team. Let's all go now to the breakout sessions. And thank you for being a part of the FinTech and Cybersecurity Demo Day 2022. Let's open those breakout rooms. Thank you.